Good morning. Yes, this is super unrealistic that the camera would be set up with a microphone in my hand and I wouldn't know that the camera's there. But today, we're gonna do a day in the life of a content creator. It's nearly 6 a.m. I've been up for a little bit and let's get this day started. So this morning we are heading out to Nerang. We're going to be on location with my buddy Kane, who runs a company called Fifth Media, and we will be shooting for a brand called Butterfly Maternity. Shot with them a few times. They're an excellent brand to work with. Kane is awesome to work with. So one of my favorite jobs, just based on the fact that it is just all about making sure the lighting's good, making sure the location looks good and the product looks good. All I have to worry about is doing photography instead of worrying about doing both sides, video and photo. I get to basically dump all the images off at the end of the day, and then Kane does the rest, basically. What's good? And look, I have to premise this. This is quite a while removed from the first part of this video, but I wanted to get this out to you because I thought it was a pretty interesting shoot. A shoot day with the crew over at Butterfly is pretty cool. Usually the location is pretty epic, and I get to hang out with Kane, who is one of my good mates, and it's a pretty smooth day all in all. On the day of the shoot, we had the 3 models plus their newborns, so shout out to all of them. They absolutely killed it. Not only were the owners from Butterfly there, but we also had Lil, who's Kane's partner, doing some BTS for us. So the shoot day comprised of a half day on location, getting a bunch of lifestyle images, which they can filter onto website, Instagram, all their socials, emails, and things like that. We also spent the second half of the day shooting down at a studio, getting some e-commerce images for their website. Now, what I've been trying to do with these butterfly shoots is to keep things looking as natural as possible. So using as much natural light from the location as possible, only adding in constant lights and or flashes when we need to, just to make sure that the balance on the photos look right. So on the day, I shoot directly directly into Capture One gives the client the ability to check what we've been doing and make sure that we're capturing everything that they want. Most people shoot generally underexposed because with Sony cameras, you have a lot of information in your shadows. On a shoot with like the team from Butterfly, it's often more about the softness of the image. Now, more often than not, I would probably shoot a little bit underexposed, but with the Butterfly shoot, using the metering on the A7R5, I often find myself shooting a little bit overexposed to what the camera thinks. I'm not really sure of the science behind it. There's nothing technical. I just think the images actually look a little nicer, a little bit softer. So on the day before we get stuck into shooting, Talia, the owner, she has a pretty good idea of where she wants things shot. Me and Kane go through, check what we need, make sure we have the gear that we need. So we try and keep things pretty minimal. It's usually like a one light operation while Kane is filming, and then sometimes I'll throw an on-camera flash. You can see in the footage I'm using the Sony HVL F43M flash. It's an on-camera flash. It's pretty epic. It's got like heaps of ways to modify. Actually, still one of my favorite flashes, even though I've got a Godox V1. I definitely try and not overcomplicate it by adding too many things in there. I think you can definitely get over your head with adding way too many lights. We try and keep it as simple as possible. One constant light and one flash if need be. Camera-wise, we keep it pretty simple. It's the Sony A7R5 paired with the 24-70 G Master Mark II. Super versatile combination. Gives me a lot to work with. I can shoot wide, I can shoot tight. Just has a lot of versatility, which is what I like. As much as I would love using an 85 or a 35 or a 50 or just any sort of primed, this is probably just the most ideal for these sort of run and gun situations when we're trying to maximize the location. So the overall vibe and feel for these sorts of shoots is to keep it soft and kind of dreamy. I don't use any filters. I just try and pull a little bit of clarity off when it comes to the back end, when it comes to editing. I think the most important thing that I've learned along the way shooting with Butterfly is that sometimes you don't need to overcomplicate things and you can just keep it simple. Now, if you guys have any comments on like how we could be doing things a little bit better or things we should try out on the next time we shoot with Butterfly, please leave a comment below. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys maybe learned something, or you guys could help me learn something. But just remember, the only way to know is to get out there, get creating, and I will see you in the next video.